everyone, it's Julie Golding-Page, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, Canada, along the banks of the tidal Scudig or St. Croix River, the traditional territory of the Passamaquoddy and their current home. And I'm grateful that they share this beautiful place with us. So yesterday was 34 degrees Celsius, which is very hot for this time of year here. Today it's in the mid-20s, but it's still feeling just a little bit on the humid and sweltering side, and things haven't really cooled down too much here. So if you see a curtain blowing or if you hear some additional noise in the background, my apologies. It's just because it's hot in my second story office. So we'll try to make the best of that. So welcome to Kit and Cuppa. This is where I come on every Friday, unless there's a holiday, and we look at a kit. So we'll look at a different kit each time. Today we are going to look at a past paper pumpkin kit, which is now available for purchase as a past kit for just $28 if you're a current purchaser of paper pumpkin. And it is the Sunshine and Smiles kit, which was a huge hit when it was out a few months ago. And I haven't actually made my kit yet. So today I'm going to open it for the first time and we're going to do one card together. I want to tell you a little bit about some of the news coming up as well. So let me see if I can get my phone to cooperate here. All right. So let's see. Okay, sorry, they changed it again, how this works when we do a Facebook Live. So I was a little confused as to what to press there for a minute. So before we get to our kit, I wanted to tell you about 3 different things, and then we'll get right to the kit and do the card. So first of all, I have a special running this month. So for the whole length of the month of June, a DSP special. So it's a free DSP sampler, which is 12 6x6 sheets with any paid order, class registration, or color club purchase through June 30th. So here is a sample of some of the paper you could get. If I run out of this kind, I will substitute different ones. So every person might get a slightly different pack, but absolutely it will be fantastic DSP from Stampin' Up! Also, speaking of DSP, there is a designer series paper sale on right now. So stock up and save, it says. Save 15% off select papers between now and the 30th of June. And that is most of the DSPs that are on sale. You can see a few of the samples here. There's just beautiful papers, everything from florals to neutrals and everything in between. So just lovely stuff right now. And 15% off is quite considerable, and so this is a great sale to take advantage of. And one more deal, and then we'll get right to our card, and that is this Starter Kit Plus. If you've ever heard about the Starter Kit, it can kind of sound like it's a set kit, but in fact it is not. What it means is that you join Stampin' Up! And you pay $135, and right now during the deal, you get to select $206 worth of stuff. So that's a lot of free stuff, and also in most Canadian provinces and territories, there's no tax and no shipping, so even bigger savings. And I could definitely cost that out for you if you like. But it's a really super deal. So if you've ever thought of joining Stampin' Up! Or if you haven't thought of joining, there's no obligation to ever purchase anything again. You can take your Starter Kit Plus and run if you want. We hope you'll stay and take advantage of the community as well. But that is certainly open to you. So it's a super, super deal. And I'm really happy that they have this deal for the month of June. If you have any questions about any of that, just contact me online and I will put my address right here for you. So I'm at www.juliescraftattic.com. And you can find information about joining my Creative Cafe group, which is the same as joining Stampin' Up! And all of the benefits I offer personally to my team members too. You can find any classes. I'm going to put some new classes up next week, I hope. And you can also find the links to shop with me. And I'd be happy to give you that wonderful DSP sampler that I'm offering this month, as well as a free tutorial bundle and a free card to make. And you can use my host code to tap into all of these benefits. And here it is. So this month, for all of June, it is UVEBPT9Q. And that can be a little confusing if you've never used a host code before. So what I will do after this broadcast is I will include links to juliescraftaddict.com, how to shop with me using the host code link, and so on. I'll just have that all on my page for you. But let's get right to our kit. So this is what a paper pumpkin kit looks like. And again, this is a past paper pumpkin kit available right now for a discounted price of $28. And if you're buying this month's kit, then you are eligible to purchase any of the discounted paper pumpkin refills or kits. And there's a lot of really good discounts on those. I can put the link to that as well, so you can find them online and see what's offered. And here is the kit we're going to be doing today, Sunshine and Smiles. And this is so cute. So anybody who's watching today, do you have a preference which card to do? We could do the rain card, we could do the rainbow card, or we could do the sunshine or kite card. Anybody got a preference there? I'll just let that sit for a minute to see if anybody has a preference. So rain, rainbow, or sun. So those are the three cards to choose from, and we're just going to do one for today. And here's what a paper pumpkin kit comes with. So you get a Stampin' Spot. So this one came with Mango Melody. And it's always wrapped in this beautiful coordinating tissue. The color will vary. You get a lovely little stamp set that coordinates with the whole project. And there's usually some extra stamps in there as well. You usually get some embellishments. You get all your adhesives. And you get decorated envelopes. So these are really nice fancy envelopes with the color inside. So that's beautiful. And then, oh, that's something of mine that doesn't belong in there. Sorry about that. And then you have all of your decorated card fronts. So you get all of these with the cutouts in this case. And you get die cut items as well to just punch out. And these are super cute. I just love these. I think they're so nice. And you also get a cardboard. And if you haven't had one of the kits before, the cardboard might look like it's kind of this extra piece just to hold everything together. And that's true, but it's also got a purpose. And it's because we are using these photopolymer stamps. They do not come with a built-in cushion to help the ink release onto the paper. And so we include a piece of this cardboard, which you can keep after and keep on using with your stamps. We include this cardboard in order to have a cushion underneath. And so that's what we're going to use that for today. All right. So does anybody have a preference of which card we're going to do today? So we've got the little rain card here, the rainbow card, or the sun card. So I don't see any choices listed so far, but sometimes the comments don't really show up. So I'll just give you another minute to look at that. And meanwhile, I'm just going to take my Stampin' Spot here and open it up because I have not opened it yet. I got this kit in the mail when it first came out, and I just haven't had the chance to put it together. And so when I saw that it's available now as a past kit, I thought, oh, this is the day to do it, because some people might not know it's available as a past kit. They might have missed it, and it's a super nice kit. I thought they had completely sold out of them, so I was surprised to see that they've got some there. Okay, so here is the ink, all open and ready to go. Okay, so I think I'll just make an executive decision, and we'll make the rainbow card, because I love rainbows. I just think they're so pretty. All right, so let's have a look here, and we'll look in the instructions and see what we need to get for our rainbow card. So here are the pieces we need. So we need this card base that has kind of pink on it and has an oval shape. So this looks like the right one for that. And let's fold it right now so that we kind of know what it looks like. And I'm going to use my bone folder here and just give it a nice crisp fold. I love this tool. I've had this for more than 20 years, and boy, what a great tool this is. So if you don't have a bone folder, they're not very expensive, around $10. Don't quote me, it's close to 10, but not exactly 10. And they last practically forever. Okay, so there's the card. So this is a really good start, isn't it? That we've got a lot right there on the card. So let's see what else we need to gather. So we need 4 little clouds. So let's get the 4 little clouds out. Here's our die cuts. And we'll punch them out here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and there's the 4th one. All right, and we need a little die cut label with the little chevrons cut in it, and this cute little chick or ducky. I'm always unsure what they mean it to be, but that's okay. We'll take this and we'll punch this cute little thing out. And now we need to have one of their die cut labels. Okay, so we've got all these to choose from, but it was the one with the chevrons. And they generally give you more pieces than you actually need for the projects. This kit makes, I believe, 9, because there's 3 different cards and you make 3 of each. And then you'll have some pieces left over to use as well. All right, so that's everything that we need. We've got those 4. We've got the little chickie or duck. We've got the label. And these items show you what else you need. So these are the embellishments. That's these little guys here. This shows the images you're going to be stamping. So we've got a sun and you brighten my day. And then this shows the 2 kinds of adhesive that we're going to use. So let me just give you a little orientation to that, because it isn't always immediately obvious if you haven't seen one of these kits before. So here's what you get in your little packet. So these are the little circles. Those are little glue dots, and they look like these circles here. So that's what those are. And then these are the dimensionals, and they're in the shape of a hexagon. So these are the dimensionals, okay? So that's what we've got. All right, so now we've got all our pieces together. So let's open up our kit and let's find the instructions for this card. So there's the card we're making. So first we're going to stamp our sun up here in the corner. And we're going to stamp our greeting, you brighten my day. Okay, so I need those 2 things. So I'm going to get a couple of blocks out. Now these blocks I just got out of previous kits. And something to know about Paper Pumpkin is your very first Paper Pumpkin kit you buy, you will get a block in it because you're brand new. After that, they do not include the blocks in terms of future kits. In the kits collection, they do. Every kit has its own block, but for the Paper Pumpkin, they don't. So that's just something worthwhile knowing for yourself, or if you're giving one as a gift, a past Paper Pumpkin kit, because they are such a good price. So it's an economical choice, but it's good to know that they do not have a block in them if they're a past kit. Okay, so we're going to stamp on here first. And something to note about these photopolymer stamps is you need to condition them before you actually start using them. And so that's what I'm going to do here. And if there are comments, my apologies, I'm not able to see them today. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. I don't know why. I do exactly the same thing when I sign in every time. And sometimes I see the comments and other times I do not. So today I'm not seeing them. So sorry about that, and I'll make sure that I respond to anything later. So what I suggest is that we give this a try before we actually stamp on our little label. So let's give it a try and see what it looks like. Okay, that's a pretty good image there. So I'll just lift that so you can see that a little better. Yeah, so that's pretty good. It looks pretty smooth. So let's go ahead and we will stamp right onto our label there. I like that they include all these labels because it's so convenient. You don't have to have a die cut machine. These are great for people who've never tried it before. And I like them too. I've been doing paper crafting for a long time, but I really like these kits. They're so easy to take with you if you want to go to your cottage or on vacation, if you want to take it to the cafe. And wow, even if you want to take it on a plane, you could do it there as well, because they've got everything you need right in the box. So I'm just going to use my stamp chamois here. Clean that stamp off. I think I got all the ink off, maybe a little more. And this stamp chamois, if you haven't seen them before, it's called Simply Chamois. They're not very expensive, and they're just made of this foamy material. You put them underwater to get them damp. You wring them out gently, and then you can use them over and over with no chemicals to clean your stamps. So they're really, really good. So they're good for any water-soluble stamps, or inks rather. And most of Stampin' Up's inks are water-soluble, so they're really, really good for that. Okay, so we'll put that in there, and there's my sentiment. It's all set. And now we're going to stamp our sun. So let's have a look at where they put that exactly. So right up in the corner, kind of here. And if you noticed, I opened the card so that we're not stamping on that rainbow part inside, because we don't want it to overlap. We just want to open it up and we'll stamp it right there. So I've got to condition this. And with these solid stamps, sometimes it can be a little bit challenging because you get some unevenness when you stamp them. And I find it's helpful to just try them out a few times first. If you're not happy the first time around, you can condition it a little bit more. Let the oils in your fingers and on your hands take away that coating that is on the stamps from the factory. And you can just work at it until it stamps the way that you would like it to stamp. So let's give this a try. I'm going to hold it down for a while, just for several seconds, and then we'll see. That's pretty good. You know, it's a little bit uneven, but I think it might dry okay. So I'm going to condition that a little more though, because I just want to make sure that it's absolutely smooth the way that I want it to be. But that's pretty good. And if you get kind of a weathered look on your stamps, that's kind of trendy anyway. So it's not a bad thing either. It just depends on what look you're going for. Okay, so let's try this again. And we'll see if we get a result we like better, or basically the same thing again. Okay, let's try it over here. Yeah, that's a little bit more solid, I would say, than the previous one. And if you're still not happy with the result that you get, so you can see that that's a little blotchy in the middle. I actually like this one more. But if it's not to your taste, what you can do is get out some Versamark ink. And the Versamark ink is an invisible ink. And you can actually dip your stamp right into it and coat it with Versamark, and then you'll get a smoother result, generally speaking. So that's another option. But I think I'm happy with this anyway, so I'm just going to go with it as it is. All right, and I'm going to bring over my little card here, and I'm going to stamp up in that corner there. I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, let's see what happens here. So let's try it and see how it goes. Oh, hi, Kathy. Glad you could join today. Yeah, I'm working on the Sunshine and Smiles Paper Pumpkin Kit because it has become available as a past Paper Pumpkin Kit on the website now. And so I was really, really pleased to see it because I know it was a great seller at the time. Everybody wanted this kit, and they had sold out, we thought. But in fact, they do have some left, and it's only $28 for those who are current subscribers of Paper Pumpkin. And by a subscriber, all I mean is if you're buying this month's kit. So you don't have to have any ongoing commitment. You can buy them one at a time, or you can buy them as an ongoing monthly subscription and get Happy Mail in your mailbox instead of just bills every month. So that's also a nice thing. Okay, so we have stamped both of those. Now, the next part we're going to do, we are going to add all these pieces on. So there is the label, and they've put 3 dimensionals on the label. So let's do that first. If I can find my label, there it is. Okay, so here's my label, and we're going to flip it over and put 3 of these dimensionals on. And you can buy these dimensionals separately. They're one of my favorite Stampin' Up! Products, actually. I really, really like these adhesives. And they're just $6 for 300 of these guys. And I just find them great. I've tried a lot of adhesives over the years, and these are ones that I've stuck with. Long before I ever became a demonstrator, I was a big fan of these because they're so good. All right, so let's see where we want to put that. Kind of over toward the right hand on the bottom. So let's do that now. Maybe kind of like this. I think that'll work. All right, and then we want to put our little chickie on there too. So let's get our little chickie. And this is the little chickie here. So what they've done with the chickie is they flipped it over like this and put a couple of dimensionals on the left side on the back. And that is simply so that they will not be on this open part, and they'll stick onto the card itself. You know, I think 1 dimensional would be plenty for me. So I'm just going to put 1 on because I don't think I need 2 there. They're very sticky and they stay very, very nicely on your cards. So I think 1 will do it for me. All right, there we go. And now we need to put the cloud on. So what they're doing is they're turning it over to the back, and they're putting a couple of those little glue dots on the edge, on the right edge. So let's do that. And I should say about these glue dots, people either love them or hate them. And they come with the kits, so they give you the adhesives, but they can be a little tricky to use, especially if you don't have long fingernails, or if you have mobility issues with your hands. They can be quite challenging. And so what I suggest to people that find these difficult is that they get themselves a roll of these mini glue dots, and you get 300 of them on a roll. And if I can show you there, there's the dots, and you just apply them right onto the project and they come off onto it. So these are super easy to use. You don't have to peel anything. Whereas these ones that come in the kit, you have to peel the top off, which can be a challenge for, depending on your situation. So I always mention that just in case. Okay, so let's put our little cloud up here over the sun a little bit. Okay, that looks really nice. It's so cute, Kathy says. Yes, I agree. I know, these are just really adorable cards. I love them. Okay, so we're going to now put on these clouds. And what they did was they put them in behind the little chickie there. And this just kind of put them underneath there, I think. And what they did to do that was put a little bit of adhesive right there on the bottom of each cloud. Those 2 dots are the adhesive dots. So let's just kind of put them out here so we can see where we want them first. I mean, you can do it the way that they did it, or you can just kind of have a go at it yourself and make it however you want. And because of where I've placed my items, I think I'll probably make my clouds a little bit different than they did. But that's okay, because everybody can put their own stamp on it, right? So that's really not a problem. Oh, maybe they put them on the inside, actually. I think they did. Okay, that makes more sense. They don't actually explain that, and so that's okay. We figured it out anyway. And then we'll just kind of put them like that in behind. Okay, that's good. So let's get a couple of these glue dots on each one. So you can see I had not opened this kit except just to kind of slit the plastic. I hadn't read the instructions or anything. And I wanted to do it this way just to show you how easy it is to do one of these kits, that you can kind of make it up as you go. You don't have to do exactly what they do. Although you can do it exactly like theirs as well if you'd like to. But they're easy enough that a complete beginner can get a really good result out of it. And lots of avid crafters like them as well. So let's see, how about we put that one right there. All right. And we'll put another one. Okay. As you can see, these are a little bit freaky to get off, these little adhesive backings. So I do recommend, for most people, the roll of mini glue dots, because they don't have that issue. They just apply directly onto your paper and you don't have to peel anything off. I'm lucky because I have fairly long nails, but if I didn't, that would be really, really difficult. All right, so there, we put another cloud there. Okay, actually I want that over just a little bit more, I think, just so it's a little more visible. There's my clouds. And now we just have our little embellishments to add. So it's very simple. I'm just going to close up my ink pad here so I don't make a disaster happen. So here's our nice little embellishments. And they put them as follows. So let's just do what they did, since they helpfully design these. And they have graphic designers doing all this work for them. So generally their placement of things is really, really nice. And we'll just put that under there just a little bit. And as easy as that, we have our whole card. And isn't that just cute? I just think this is a lovely, lovely kit. And I hope you've enjoyed this card today. And I'm going to be putting up links to my website, to finding anything that's on there, to finding my card designs. I post new card designs almost every day. And a link for shopping with me as well, so you can take advantage of the free DSP sampler I'm offering this month. And I'll just list all of these links for you in the broadcast afterwards. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderfully crafty weekend. All right, bye for now, everybody.